Coronation Street enthusiasts strongly suspect that an anticipated pregnancy twist involving Betsy Swain is imminent, following the teenager's recent traumatic shooting incident in the ITV drama. Whispers are circulating among dedicated viewers regarding a potential baby storyline. Talk of this possibility first emerged months ago, and recent developments on the show have only intensified these theories. Some fans encountered the speculation while browsing TikTok, where a particular comment hinted at dramatic upcoming episodes. A number of viewers are convinced that scenes aired in January and February subtly suggested a surprising turn of events for Betsy, especially after she was caught up in Tuesday's shooting. Longtime watchers will recall that Betsy was accidentally struck by a bullet during a tense hostage situation at the Barlow residence, orchestrated by Rob Donovan. Her mother had entered the house in an attempt to help her partner, Carla Connor, Rob's sister, who was being held at gunpoint by him. In a moment of chaos, Lisa managed to grab the weapon, leading to a fierce struggle between them. Unbeknownst to everyone inside, Betsy had been standing outside the home and was unintentionally shot by a stray bullet. The seriousness of the incident only became apparent later, according to reports from the Mirror. She was swiftly taken to the hospital, while her panicked mother feared the worst. This emergency hospital trip has reignited discussions that Betsy could soon be involved in a pregnancy storyline. Some speculate that the late Mason Radcliffe, who tragically lost his life in January, might be the father. Others believe she may have had a relationship with Dylan Wilson, making him another possible candidate for paternity. However, no official confirmation of this plot has been provided, and plenty of viewers remain unconvinced, dismissing the rumors altogether. Expressing their opinions on the possible storyline, one fan speculated, "Theory: TikTok users are suggesting we might learn that Betsy is expecting tomorrow." Another viewer echoed this sentiment, stating, "So Betsy discovering she's pregnant tomorrow." A third person pondered, "Betsy is pregnant, isn't she?" While a fourth added, "I've suspected this from the start." Meanwhile, someone else predicted, "It's definitely happening. The timing would be just right for the reveal." It would also explain why someone described their reaction as shook. Another fan suggested that this might shed light on recent plot points related to Lauren Bolton's teenage pregnancy storyline. Despite the speculation, some fans remain doubtful, believing other storylines may take precedence. One viewer pointed out spoilers get misinterpreted and spread so often that they seem like facts until the episode airs and proves them wrong. Further skepticism was expressed with comments like, "I don't think that's the direction they're taking," and "Am I the only one who doesn't believe Betsy is pregnant?" Another fan shared their thoughts. "Can we just address these rumors? Everyone keeps talking about Betsy being pregnant, but she clearly isn't at the moment. When Kate and Sydney went live the other week, she had no visible bump, and she went straight back to filming wearing a cropped jumper in her scenes." Coronation Street fans are convinced the soap has finally revealed the real identity of Betsy Swain's biological father. The rebellious teen, played by Sydney Martin, made her debut last year as the daughter of DS Lisa Swain. It was previously revealed that Lisa's wife and Betsy's other mother, Becky, tragically lost her life in the line of duty. Since her arrival, Betsy has been involved in multiple significant storylines. Earlier this year, she was left heartbroken when her boyfriend, Mason Radcliffe, met an untimely demise. Her turmoil intensified last week upon discovering that she was being stalked by convicted killer Rob Donovan. Longtime viewers will recall that Rob made a return to the show earlier this year due to his sister, Carla Connor, needing a kidney transplant. Following the operation, the notorious villain went on the run, according to Plymouth Live. However, he reappeared last week, taking his former flame Tracy Barlow hostage inside number 1. Rob's condition was deteriorating as he bled from his surgical wound, yet he remained armed and demanded Tracy call Carla over. Once Carla arrived, Rob, aware that he was living his final moments, revealed his cruel plan, forcing her to witness his death so the memory would haunt her forever. In a shocking turn of events, Carla's partner, DS Lisa Swain, arrived just in time for a violent struggle to break out, leading to a gunshot being fired. The unintended consequence was Betsy being struck by a stray bullet while standing outside in the ginnel. The full extent of Betsy's injuries became clear in the episode airing on Wednesday, March 26th. After being rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment, doctors confirmed they had successfully removed the bullet from her shoulder, but warned she may suffer a life-changing injury. As the drama escalates on the cobbles, fans are convinced they've uncovered the truth about Betsy's real father, pointing the finger at a well-known Coronation Street antagonist. Viewers have flocked to social media to discuss their theories, with many believing that Rob's return isn't solely tied to Carla's kidney transplant, but may also hint at a shocking connection to Betsy's parentage. "I'm calling it now. Rob is Betsy's biological father," one fan speculated in a Coronation Street Facebook group. Others echoed the theory, with another adding, "Maybe that's the real reason Corrie brought him back?" A third viewer weighed in. "That's an interesting idea. We don't know all the details about Lisa's past with Becky, but I wouldn't put it past Corrie to drop a bombshell like this." Coronation Street delivered some heartbreaking moments for Lisa Swain and Carla Connor as they were hit with devastating news about Betsy. After the tense hostage standoff at Ken Barlow's home, which left Betsy wounded by gunfire, tonight's episode opened with the teenager undergoing emergency surgery at the hospital. Carla attempted to comfort her, insisting everything would be okay, but Lisa grew increasingly anxious as time dragged on. Before long, a doctor arrived with an update, confirming that the bullet had been successfully removed. However, he cautioned that there had been complications, and that further tests were necessary before providing a clear prognosis. "We could be looking at a life-altering injury for Betsy," he warned gravely. Adding to the turmoil, Ryan later showed up with more unwelcome news. Doctors had caught Rob Donovan's sepsis in time, and he was now expected to pull through. Furious, Carla vented her frustration, saying it was unjust that Rob would once again evade consequences while Betsy faced an uncertain future. The drama took another shocking turn moments later when Lisa confessed that she was the one who had fired the gun. Once Betsy regained consciousness, Lisa and Carla sat by her bedside. Wanting to shield Lisa, Carla kept the explanation vague, stating only that Rob has a lot to answer for when discussing how Betsy had been shot. The doctor returned with an update, explaining that Betsy had suffered significant nerve damage. In the best-case scenario, she would only experience numbness in her arm for a few weeks. However, if things took a turn for the worse, the damage could be permanent, leaving her unable to use her arm ever again. "Your mum would be turning in her grave. I was meant to protect you, and instead Lisa began, her voice breaking. Before she could finish, Carla cut in, reassuring her that she had done everything she could, just as she always had. But Lisa wasn't in the mood to be comforted. Overcome with guilt, she stormed out and went straight to see Rob, hoping to lift her spirits by reminding him that he'd soon be back behind bars for good. Rob, however, wasn't about to let her have the last word. He tried to provoke her, first by pointing out that Betsy might have been spared if Lisa hadn't hesitated to pull the trigger, and then by taking a dig at Carla. "How can I put this, eh?" he sneered. "Everyone who gets close to her ends up getting burned. Trouble follows her like a shadow. She has a way of dragging everyone down with her. Me, Peter, you. But Carla? She's always circling the drain, and the rest of us just get sucked into the sewer." Lisa tried to brush off his words, acting as if they didn't affect her. But when she later confronted Carla, it was clear Rob had managed to get under her skin. "This is on you and your brother," she snapped. "I should have trusted my instincts. My daughter was shot, and right now my only priority is her, not you." Can Swarla bounce back from this? Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream on ITVX.